Hi, my name's Mike Spizzato. I'm with Carolina Realty Advisors in their commercial division, and today's video is about what I call tenant representation. Simply put, that's when I have a client who's interested in finding a place to lease for their business. It's that simple. That's the concept, or at least the term. But what really happens during tenant representation? So let me kind of walk you through some of the big chunk items. First and foremost, finding a commercial broker who's going to work with you through that process is going to be a little bit of a challenge, because honestly, in a lot of deals, when you're representing a tenant, the commissions aren't that big. And so just business owner to business owner, finding somebody who's going to hustle for you for a smaller amount of money when they can be making a big chunk of money, it's going to be a challenge. Depending on the situation, where the property is, I'm happy to consult with you, and if it's a good fit for us to work together, I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about it. But going back to what really happens is, once we had a meeting of the minds, we agree we want to work together, I'm going to be pulling property to send to you that would fit all of your criteria for zoning, type of property, budget, size, all the big key factors that are going to be important for your business location. And then once we have that list together, it's my job to schedule the property tours. And scheduling a property tour when you're representing a tenant can also be challenging, because quite frankly, a lot of the times when we're calling the other broker who's representing the landlord, they're slow to get back to you. Sometimes they may not call back for days on end. I've had many times where I've had to chase people down over the course of a week just to be able to get access to a building. So the commercial side of the real estate world can be a little bit challenging when it comes to tenants, because the other thing is, we'll look at property and it looks like a perfect fit, and I get in touch with the listing agent who represents the landlord, and they'll tell me that there's already an LOI on the property, or it's already been leased. And so what we see online on LoopNet and Crexy and so forth doesn't mean it's always there. So there's a lot of legwork that a good commercial broker who's representing tenants is going to have to do on the front end. Now, once we find the properties and we tour the properties, after that, the next step is coming up with a LOI, or letter of intent. That's going to spell out the big chunk items in terms of what are we doing here? What's the lease rate? When's the move-in date? What are any special needs that you're going to have as a tenant in terms of parking, utilities, things of that nature? All that goes on the LOI. And once we have that LOI agreed to, then we go to contract. So there's a couple steps in here when we're representing tenants that we have to make sure that you're aware of. And then the other part, as the broker, payment usually doesn't come until our clients moved into the property. So it's a little bit of a longer experience, because it could take several months to go from the first meeting to getting somebody completely moved in. So it's a delayed gratification for a lot of commercial brokers, and that's why you won't find a lot of people who are really excited to do tenant rep as much as I am. So in closing, if you're looking for somebody to help you lease property anywhere in the Carolinas, please give me a call. You can reach me at 704-619-7070. And I look forward to talking with you, learning more about your business and how I might be able to help you best, okay? Talk to you soon.